I'm Megan Van Petten, founder of the Esports Trade Association and host of the Esports Connected podcast. I am inspired to share key tidbits from several interviews conducted with industry influencers over the 3-day span of our Esports Next Conference. To be able to celebrate and learn from those who are shaping our community is such an honor. Press play and let the waterfall of knowledge wash over you as it did for me. Enjoy. Welcome to the Esports Trade Association podcast. I am still your host, Megan Van Petten. Thank you for joining us for Esports Connected. And I have the honor of having one of our most special guests here of the whole day. And I'm going to tell you why. Roger Payne is with YouGov. And why I'm so excited about today's show is that he is a founding board member, that he's the chairman of our research committee. And I want to thank him with all my heart, because it's one thing to come on board when it's cool, but it's another thing to come on board when it's a blank canvas and a couple of markers, and that's what he did. He came when we had markers in our hand and a blank wall. So a big welcome to you, Roger.
Well, thank you. Now I can say I feel like I knew you and us before we were popular. You know, it's like you found the band before they were cool.
That's right.
But no, it's been great. It's been, 3, 4, 5 years. I've lost track of time. That's a great intro. I should be the one who's honored to have the opportunity to be a part of this, given what it's become. So it's awesome.
It is. And it really, it's been special being together after 5 years. Our first live conference we were having here in Chicago 3 years, right, was canceled, and then we had a couple.
It was like a month before, right?
It was like literally, and it was before.
Such a cool space, too.
It was the worst because it was in March, and when did the world shut down? I think in April. So we were like right there, and we pivoted to virtual right away. We were like one of the most virtual. One of the most virtual events. And then we did two more virtuals. We did two more virtual conferences, and this is our very first live after 5 years, and it's our birthday this month.
Gosh, you're right. I've lost track of time.
You have lost track of time because it's been 5 years.
Work and kids and everything will do that to you, so?
You would never know.
Oh, thanks.
You look the same. You look even younger.
It's really come together. It's awesome.
It is.
Downtown, people flying in from all over, despite somehow people have overcome their travel bans, right? We know a lot of companies have travel bans, but people have overrode those to get here, which shows you how important it is to folks. I think partly to see people again, but partly that we're doing something that resonates with a underserved business community.
Right. Yeah. And that's been really nice. Our Level Up Fund, the whole giving back.
That was nice.
We just had April Welch on the show, the recipient of the fund.
Good.
Yeah.
She's always so happy and positive.
She is, and she's doing so much for the community. It's amazing. We're just in the beginning, but we have officially provided the equipment to one of our labs. So we'll be taking the show on the road when it's all I know. It's nice to give the money. Obviously, giving feels so good, but then it's really nice to see it and touch it and see the children playing and seeing them have their facilities. And,
Yeah, what comes of it?
That's right. That's the joy. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Making Chicago better and helping, serving.
Yeah.
One of the things that I really want to share, because Roger's very humble. First off, we could talk about servant leadership. 5 years. 5 years is a long time to serve on a board, period. One of the promises I made to him is that we would find his lane so it didn't feel like work.
Yeah.
And I pride myself in that because I've kept that promise to you. And Roger shares such an important component to what our member benefits are, and we are the only I think we're the only body to offer what we do. We have a library of curated research that is read, approved, and found by you and your committee. Tell us a little bit about, what you're doing and how you're doing that. But I get people contacting me all the time saying, how do I access that library? Where is that again? And, and it also is a really good draw for membership. And it's also like incredibly comforting to know that when you come to our Association for Research, it has its stamp of approval.
Yeah, so thank you. So, going way back, I think two of the things that I remember from those initial meetings or maybe three things from the priority was, how do we provide good legal guidance for the community? How do we provide good diversity options, women in esports, stuff like that? And then how do we justify all this with data and insights? And obviously that's where I was able to raise my hand. And yeah, I like to think that we are one of the few organizations that is trying to be, self-serving to the community, to say it doesn't matter who can provide that data to help you, as long as it's obviously accurate and valuable and trustworthy. And so you should work through us to make sure that you're getting what you need. And even just stepping out after our session here, 3 or 4 people came up and said, hey, where can I find this and where can I find that? And I was like, didn't you listen to what I said on stage? You can go into your member portal and you can find all this. And if it's not there, come to us, right?
Right.
I tell people, let's reverse solve the problem.
Yeah.
It's what are you trying to achieve? And then let's go out and find the data and the partnerships for you, whether it's from YouGov, which would be great, or if it's from Blinkfire, who's on our committee, or Stream Hatchet, or other people. There's different data sources and files and reasons why you would use it. And we want to be, unbiased in how we provide that to the memberships, because everyone has a different challenge, different agenda, different, shall we say, political battles that they need to fight, whether you're for-profit or not-for-profit or academic or whatever. And we like to think that we have a full read on the industry. And selfishly, as a kind of closet nerd, if it's something that's not already existing, let's go create it. Let's go run a custom study. Let's go, partner with the larger ESTA. Maybe this is an initiative we can undertake.
And that we've been so grateful for. I mean, not only do you talk the talk, you walk the walk, and we do have 2 examples. One, publicly traded company, very large company that said, let's do a custom research study.
Yeah.
And another company that was doing. We've just been blown away with our partnership. Really going above and beyond for our members and our sponsors. Yeah, if you'd like to share a little bit about the details in that too.
Yeah, now I have to dig back in my memory, but yeah, we've done, I think, a couple webinars and a couple presentations, and they should all be on our library, but it was everything from, a CPG brand. We presented a white paper that we created in collaboration with a partner. So again, and I think those are one-off examples. Yes. I think what's more important is the people that come to us and say, where can I find this data point, right? We had a blog come who's a member, and I'm blanking on their name, so this is embarrassing, but they came to us and said, hey, we need some data points on streaming figures and who's watching what. And we said, great, here's data that YouGov has, here's some stuff from Blinkfire. I think you put those 2 together, you have yourself a story. And we're like, well, what do we owe you?
That
for
was
this?
A wonderful.
And then we're like, listen, this is part of the deal. It's an easy pull. Go do it. And if it's going to benefit you and the ESTA, we'll get the downstream effects of that. We're not undertaking any costs for this because it's in our system, and you've already hopefully paid for the ESTA. So, that's why we're here to help, and my extended team is here to help leverage that. And
you really have.
Good. Well, that's good to hear.
Each and every year, I joke with Roger, and it's for us to have a board. One of our duties is to rotate, and every year I say, Roger, just one more year. and
we'll see how long you keep stuffing my ego, and we may have a couple more years here.
Well, and the other thing I should say, what Yeah, besides the obvious is just Roger's here in Chicago, and it's been a lift to get the association going here. No small feat. So, your participation in bringing esports to this city has been insurmountable. Thank you so much. And the city thanks you, and I thank you. Well, great. We're all on a thankful page. So
well, I'm excited to see what the next iteration looks like, because as I was saying to people last night at happy hour, this is a great proof point of years in the making, and I think it's even it's exceeded our expectations. But I think there's so much more that's possible if the world was more open, budgets. And so I can only imagine the next event is going to be, exponentially larger, just given the momentum we have coming out of this.
I think we're going to need a bigger boat.
That's great.
Yes. Well, thank you, Roger Payne with YouGov.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Esports Connected. We'll be right back.